What up? I got Naskin here with me. This ain't a diss song, but yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you see me, you know everything. Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. I put it down, representing for my team. I'm in green.
So, Aaron, on the touchdown pass to Jamal Williams, sitting up top, it looked like you were just throwing it away over Graham's head. Is that what you were doing? Or?
No, as I rolled to the right there, I saw Jimmy, and I saw somebody rapping behind him. So I was actually throwing a ball that I thought maybe Jimmy could go up and get if he wanted to, and if he didn't, the guy behind him might be able to get. Luckily, the guy behind him got it.
That's kind of shot, I mean, there's an interception risk there, I take it, or did you feel like there was no chance for an interception?
It seemed like that there wasn't anybody in the back of the end zone. So I felt like it was a safe throw.
Jamal said that you locked eyes before, but someone said, but you were kind of on your back. How much you lock eyes? And he said before that. Is he just
I mean, I did see him, if that's what he's talking about. I'm not sure if we locked eyes. I think that's probably a little bit of a stretch, but I did see him. The wind probably helped out a little bit on that one.
You're at the midway point of the season, but you've already exceeded last year's win total. What do you attribute that to?
Well, we're playing a lot better. Last year we couldn't win a game on the road. This year we've won in Chicago, Dallas, and Kansas City. That's three pretty tough places to play. So, we're playing a lot better. I think the way we're winning is interesting. Jonesy had 159 receiving yards tonight. I remember one game in New Orleans where Eddie caught a couple screen passes and had about 130, but I don't remember a guy, running a slant and go for a 50-yard gain, and then, we're over there talking on the sidelines how we want to close that game out on 3rd and 5, and the consensus was, let's throw it to Jonesy. Says a lot about the kind of player that he is, and we're finding ways to win these games. The really good teams find a way to win when adversity hits. Defense did a good job holding them to a field goal there in the end of the first half, and then obviously the turnover proved to be pretty big.
Aaron leads the league in touchdowns now. Is this the sort of production you expected because of all that growth you've talked about and that you saw during the offseason?
Well, I mean, maybe not leading the league in touchdowns, but he's very talented, and I think this scheme has obviously given him opportunities to do a lot more out of the backfield. We're splitting them out and throwing the ball to him. We kind of caught lightning in the bottle there a couple times. Hit him on a 50-yard slant go and then hit a screen pass for 70 or whatever. So he's a talented guy. Very proud of him and Jamal. I mean, those guys got a bunch of touchdowns this year. They got to be feeling pretty good.
Aaron said he mentioned he promised you that he'd make up for stepping out of bounds on that one. Is that true?
Yeah, we've kind of been owing each other back and forth. He owed me, and then I hit him back, and kind of felt like I owed him, and I think we're pretty even now.
Was he just good a receiver last year?
I think he's always been a good receiver, hands-wise, but he just has maybe a bigger route tree now. Both guys, both Jones and Jamal ran, 4-step out routes today and converted on 3rd downs. It's just, like I said, it's a different skill set we're utilizing with those guys, and it's fun to watch.
What do you make of that call, 3rd and 5, where if you're throwing a completion, clock stops, that gives them a little better chance. If you're running it short, you're still running some clock. What'd you make of that call, and what's the mindset in that?
I loved it. It's closeout. I love the whole drive. I mean, I think that was really special to finish that off. We've done it a couple times this year, but not backed up on the 2-yard line in a tough environment. and we ran the ball out, to the 30 or whatever, and then hit a first down there. I mean, that was classic 4-minute offense, finished out the game the right way. A lot of credit to the offensive line, to Big Dog for blocking the way he does, and Evan was in there, and I think just the running was very solid. We ran some plays we feel good about. Got to 3rd and 5, and they were out of timeouts, and it's time to win the game.
You just gave credit to your line, but you did get hit a couple of times today. Was that just how, with their blitz and how hard that they were putting the pressure on you, or? Yeah,
Steve's got a great scheme. It stresses you a number of different ways, and they brought some empty pressures, had to hold on the ball at times. A couple of sacks are for sure on me. I thought I was able to jump out of one I lost like damn near 20 yards on. That scheme really stresses you. The noise, the environment is tough, but I got to keep doing a good job getting the ball in my hands and avoiding a couple of those hits.
Kind of building off that, was that the reason for the penalty delay of game? Was it the noise you couldn't hear? Or?
Well, my helmet went out there in the 3rd quarter. It's the 3rd time it's happened this year. It's a little crazy, but no, I think that was there was a little discombobulated with the personnel coming in a little late, and the play with the noise, was probably a little bit of a factor. I felt like we got the play off, but they blew a quick whistle.
How long was it out for?
That whole drive where we went down and kicked the field goal. It was out from like 3rd down on.
Signals then, or how you doing?
Well, we were running some plays in, with some personnel and doing, some hand signals with Manny and Tim over there on the sidelines, and we found a way to make it work.
All 3 times it's gone out this year, we've been on the road.
No, twice on the road and once at home. Wasn't Oakland. Who we played before Oakland? Tom? Detroit. Yeah. He needs me to say his name.
Aaron, can you just talk about the momentum shifts in the game where they score the touchdown to tie, and then 2 plays later, Aaron's in the end zone on the other end, just the kind of the ups and downs that we see.
Yeah, that's the NFL, and that's playing in a tough environment. There's going to be these big momentum swings, and luckily we had a good answer. The turnover is a big spot for us, and us putting that in the end zone there at the beginning of the 4th, and then they went down, scored, and we called a play that weren't expecting a touchdown on that play, but it was fun to see Corey get out in front and get a block. And I mean, Jonesy's tough in open space.
I think a lot of people wondered when Devontae went out if you guys had enough weapons, enough firepower. Do you think you showed what you guys do?
Well, I think we've found a way to win. It hasn't been the prettiest the entire time. There's been some pretty moments, though. But I think we've given a lot of guys confidence. Not that Jones or Jamal needed it, but I really am proud of the way that Jake has played and Allen has played. And we've gotten contributions, maybe not big on the stat sheet, from Jimmy and from Mercedes that are very important. Danny Vitale. So it's a lot of guys, really pitching in. I think the line has obviously played really well. But it's given those guys a chance to gain some confidence. And at the same time, we're excited about getting them back at some point.
Would you say you guys have played really well on offense and really well on defense in the same game yet this season?
No, probably not. At some point, we're going to need to put it all together. But it's been complimentary football. I think when they've needed us to close the game out or score and take the lead again, we've done it. When we've needed a stop, they've gotten big stops for us. It's fun. I mean, it's fun. I don't think we've ever been 7-1. I know we've been 8-0, 13-0, and lost here. But it's fun. We're having a lot of fun. It's a good locker room. Guys really enjoy each other, and winning is a cure-all. But it's fun when you're winning with the right people, and I think we're winning, doing it the right way, and really enjoying the people who we're able to go to work with.
As a quarterback, are you excited to get Devontae back with just seeing how well things have gone without him? Just to have.
Yeah, I mean, I love Devontae. He's the number one receiver, so I think it's going to be great for offense when he comes back, and I think he'll seamlessly jump right in and be back to his old self in no time.
Aaron, halfway through, is the playbook now still building, or are you guys out at your full offense at this point?
Well, I think it's always building, especially when you see the different attributes that certain guys can use. You know, we've tried to get Danny Vitale involved in some stuff, and obviously tonight we had a plan to get Aaron out in space. Based on some of the stuff we saw, we felt like we could get some linebacker matchups on him, and we liked the matchup.
Oh yeah. Young Moolah, baby.